Hello ladies and gentlemen, hi guys and girls. Today I will show you how to turn a Master Pyraminx into something that I don't have a name for yet and have no idea how it's going to look like. Here we have the Master Pyraminx. I de-stickered it already. And the concept of the puzzle is we take all of the tips and turn them halfway, like half a turn. And then we sand down on these sides, like on this side, on this side, on this side, 6 times. So the puzzle could turn into a cube when it's done. I don't know, so I can't give you a name for that, but I can tell you it's going to be a lot of fun. I disassembled the puzzle once before and took a look at every part and noticed all of the parts are hollow except for these centerpieces because they're like, I don't know, really tiny. So in the first part we will have to disassemble the puzzle completely and then fill all the holes in the pieces. Okay, so this is how the puzzle looks like disassembled with all the caps pulled off. So for these pieces we will just have to fill the hole up and then put the cap back on. So that's going to be done pretty quick. And for these pieces it's going to be a bit more difficult. I will basically fill this part and then stick them together and then screw in this bit. I will use this sander here and sand down the inside of these parts a bit so that the filler sticks a bit better. Alright, so now I'm going to take the milliput, mix the 2 parts in equal amounts. Just mix these up now, real well, and then start filling all of these pieces up. Okay, so all the pieces are filled now. The material inside hasn't dried or hardened enough, but I think we can start assembling the puzzle. So instead of these long screws here, I got 16mm long screws, so they are really tiny. So this is the screw we had, and this is the screw we're going to use now. Okay, so this is how the puzzle looks like after assembly and after putting the center caps back on. Now I will let the milliput inside harden and the glue inside of these pieces dry, and then we can start sanding down the surfaces. I'm going to use the 40 grit sandpaper and see if the surface gets too rough, and then I'll switch to the 60. But to get the bulk off, basically, we can use a rougher sandpaper. So I will just turn all the layers, all the tips here, all the 4 tips, halfway, and I'll check in the middle here. There's a small bump, and I'll just align it with the middle of the piece. Then I'll just try to sand it down. Alright, I'm finished with one side. See it here. Maybe you can already get a better look at how the puzzle will change its geometry. So I have to do this to 6 to 5 other sides, and then we'll see where we have to fill holes up, where we have to add material, like on these center pieces, and on these pieces we will have to add material as well, here on both sides. Yeah, but first of all, let's sand the other 5 sides down, and then take a look at the raw shape of the puzzle. Okay, so I sanded down all of the 6 sides now. This is what the puzzle looks like, and it seems we're going to turn out with a cube-shaped puzzle. So now I'm just going to turn the puzzle around a bit and then just cross-check and sand every side once again. Then I will disassemble the puzzle and see where to extend those middle pieces here and those corners in the middle. Okay, looks good to me. So now I'll start disassembling the puzzle. But first of all, I'm going to clean up the mess I made here. And obviously, we've been collecting the dust from sanding, because whenever I have to fill a hole in a puzzle, I like to use super glue and then get dust from sanding. These are the parts I'm going to extend first. So if you can see, there's a groove here, and on the other side obviously too. But we will have to extend on those sides where this groove isn't here. So we will extend to the left side here and to the right side here. But in order to be able to do this, we will have to roughen up the surfaces here. Right now, while I was preparing the milliput, I was thinking to myself, I could probably just sand down these other pieces as well. Okay, so the milliput looks good. Let's try out our luck here. The pieces had about 3 to 4 hours of drying now, and as you can see, I took the center pieces of the Master Pyraminx and already extended it a bit, and these are the other pieces. So last night I took a look at those pieces again and noticed that there's a hole in each of those pieces here, like on the same spot, and I used super glue and some of the sanding dust we collected and filled these holes up. Let's see how well that worked out, as well as the biggest hole in the middle of these pieces here and the smaller ones, but I didn't really do a good job at that, so maybe I'll have to refill some of those. But now I'm going to sand all those flat surfaces again, and also I'm going to take this piece of wood here, put the sandpaper on it, and then sand the back sides of these pieces here. Okay, so I assembled the cube and then sanded down the surfaces a bit, and noticed I still have to extend these parts a lot more, and also in the next part we will fill up these pieces, well, extend the outer pieces here, fill up these pieces, cut custom stickers and sticker the puzzle. So that will have to wait another week, sadly. But this is the result right now. I think it looks pretty cool. And the turning goes like this. You have to turn these by 45, or not 45, but half the way. And then you can turn the puzzle like that. Pretty sick, I think. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next Sunday.